As bad as we can be, the contagion is worse. And we hold no illusions to being clever or powerful enough to wrangle a pandemic to work in our favor. You can't control a plague. That's a good way to get yourself and anything else you value, cherish, or claim mastery over wiped out. Welcome, everyone. We are Vorpal Tales, and we present a plethora of terrifying tales and awesome adventures for your viewing pleasures. I am Dwayne, at Made of Kimchi all over the interwebs, and I will be your storyteller for this tale. This afternoon, we will be presenting the continuation of Season 2 of the Contagion Chronicle, No Time for Reality. As far as Vorpal Tales is concerned, please seek us out on the internet, and don't forget to follow us here on Twitch. Check out our archives on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/C/Vorpal Tales. And make sure that you subscribe and hit that bell. Make sure you guys visit our webpage, vorpaltales.com, that has links to all of our social media, our Discord, and our Patreon. And check out our calendar to ensure you don't miss any of your favorite shows, because changes always happen. And if you're looking to increase your RPG and dice repertoire, make sure you check out our affiliate link on our webpage, and check out Hit Point Press, QU Empire, and Gemhammer & Sons. Also, I don't have it today. Check out our merch page, also on our webpage, where you can get cool t-shirts, coffee mugs, and of course, everyone's favorite, the cooking apron. Our shout outs this evening go to Astral Tabletop for the virtual gaming space that we play all of our games in. As always, Musho thanks to Onyx Path and White Wolf for the World of Darkness that they have built and for always supporting their players in everything that they do. Much love goes to N8 Mid for the custom character sheets that you too can use if you are using Astral Virtual Tabletop. And a thank you to Love Your Rebellion, a non-profit group that empowers marginalized groups through the arts. Be sure to check out their website, loveyourrebellion.org. Much love goes to our Patreons, from the Snicker Snacks to the Jabberwockies. You keep the project moving forward. And last but not least, thank you to all our subscribers, our viewers, and our fans. We love you very much. And of course, with today being the day before Juneteenth, which is now Juneteenth. Thank you, President Biden. I didn't really understand that one. But hey, happy June early teenth to everybody.
Juneteenth Eve.
Juneteenth Eve. There you go. Before we jump right, or actually, for some reason, I have left this out of my script again, because things going from one computer to another don't always work. Everyone, please introduce yourselves. Tell everyone who you will be playing and where you can be found on the interwebs.
Hey, my name is Rachel. You can find me at Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere. And today I will be playing the Zeki Promethean Irene.
Greetings, I am Tyler, Elder Jekyll's Online, and in this game I am playing Anki, one of our two mages.
Me? Yeah. Hello, my name's Mare. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Oh Hello Mare, and I will be playing your Unfleshed Promethean Essie.
Hello, I am Kisama. You can find me on Twitter at TrueKisama, and today I will be playing the Stalwart Alchemist Karo, our mummy.
Hello is apparently the intro. I'm Corey, aka Narf on the interwebs. And I will be playing Kilowatt, the transhumanist engineer mage.
And hi, I'm Savannah. You can find me online at Miss Emo Fox, and I will be playing our changeling Emma Rose.
All right. With introductions out of the way, let's have Emma Rose give us a little recap of what happened last week during Onyx Path Virtual Convention.
You know, I knew this was coming and I still didn't open it.
Very, very nice.
I'm prepared. Okay. Let's read. Okay. We make it out of the house. A little out of breath, we stand on the lawns, on the house of the lawn with 3 of Essie's sisters, some in better condition than others. Irene is ready to drive away, but she only has a sedan that isn't big enough for everyone. Fortunately, Anki can make the trunk big enough for Essie and her sisters and Kilowatt to travel in relative comfort. As we pull away, the mages hear the house inviting them back. En route, Essie tries to find out what sort of memories her sisters might have. Aided by Kilowatt, she realizes someone has put up what are essentially firewalls on her sisters. But breaking through, she realizes they were targeted in an organized strike of other supernatural creatures. She does obtain what looks like a symbol or logo, a strange angular O. Kilowatt vaguely recognizes it as a symbol affiliated with mages, though doesn't know the specific order. Back at the bar, Essie shows us the symbol. Anki recognizes it as Orochi? Orachi. Thank you. Orachi, a huge mega corporation. Caro has vague memories of this business and entering into projects and contracts with them. We discuss why Orochi might have wanted to go after Essie's sisters, but come up with no good conclusions. Caro asks a few questions about how Anki was able to enlarge the trunk, and he simply answers, magic. At the bar, Caro is served a bee's knees, while Essie gets something rather oily. We discuss with the bartender what happened to Essie's sisters. The bartender can't really give us any concrete information on what was going on, but is happy to hear that the house was destroyed. The entity is still around though, and may pop up later. She does give us something else, however. The bar. She says we need a family, even though Irene is personally horrified by the idea of having to work in a social setting like a bar. However, accepting the job would help us function, especially as friends. It also gives us some supernatural advantages, including Pythian alchemy and vectors, and the ability to swap powers. We also have the ability to change the bar. Essie shifts the honky-tonk bar into an internet cafe / hookah bar we dubbed Marawaki. We also get personal spaces as well, including a laboratory for Kilowatt, a tomb for Caro, a fallout shelter for Irene, a computer room for Essie, and an unnamed room for Anki. Irene drives Kilowatt to their home to pick up some equipment, and Caro to get her canopic jars and relics. Unfortunately, we're a little too late to the museum. By the time we get there, police cars and first responders are already there, with bodies being pulled out and placed in vehicles. Kilowatt returns the radio in Irene's car to the police frequency. They're talking about a violent robbery, probably an inside job. Caro charges out, offended at the interlopers desecrating her tomb. Irene tries to stop her from killing other people, but Kilowatt can at least turn us invisible. We sneak past the investigators, going over security footage. Kilowatt asks Caro where she's from. She answers. No, I mean in the building, Kilowatt says. But it's pretty easy to follow the blood trail back to the exhibit. Caro's incredibly unhappy with everything going on in this exhibit and just wanders around muttering to herself. She does find a display case next to her sarcophagus and a smashed vessel. Caro is still unsure where her possessions are. They're probably in a storage or curation room away from the main exhibit halls. Essie can use her laser vision to see where we need to go. As we walk past the crime scene, there are men in suits taking blood samples. Irene, Essie, and Caro pick up that these aren't normal beat cops, and they're all wearing Orochi logo pins.
Yes, that is perfect. So now we know that Orochi, the company with their hands in pretty much everything, from bioweapons to pharmaceuticals to military weaponry to the internet, are looking into what had happened in this museum. We already know that they're involved with one of you, and that is Essie's sisters. As to the extent of their involvement, it is not yet known. However, I'm sure that we will uncover this truth as we continue on. But before we dive into it 100%, Because of the con, we kind of ran through things quick. So we need votes from everyone for the last session.
My vote will go to Caro just for the no fucks given. We're gonna break into the crime scene that I created to do more crime.
I'm gonna give it to Savannah because we missed you.
Aww! You guys are so nice.
I'm gonna give mine to Anki because while in record time, at this point in a pandemic like this, he managed to get our bar fully staffed with apparently, I'm sure, completely reasonable people. So this is a totally well-earned point, I'm sure, right? Right?
Correct. Reasonable to me.
Yeah, reasonable pay, reasonable people. Nothing strange. Who's next? Kilowatt, you next?
No, I think it's Key.
Oh,
I thought it was Mare.
I just did
The
mine.
mayor just.
Oh, you did yours?
I I said things that actually happened.
You see, mummies don't have great memories.
My memory's terrible. I'm sorry. It comes with the old age.
+1.
Alright. Well, my vote would go to Kilowatt for trying to talk me out of doing terrible crimes in the crime scene.
I was gonna toss mine to Essie for yet another "Are we friends now?" That was a great way to introduce yourself. I loved it.
I have a catchphrase, yay!
And it's very cute.
Thank you.
Sadly, Emma Rose was not with us last week as they were attending much greater events. But they're here now. So since we have the votes out of the way, let's talk about our beats for the last session. Of course, everyone gets a beat for attending. Sorry, Emma. Did anybody roll any critical failures that last game? I know it was a while back. I can't think of any off the top of my... Did you?
Yeah, because I had a chance die, but I already marked it, so we're good.
Okay. If that's all the regular ones. Aspirations. Did anyone
Also,
complete? Oh.
Splat beats. Don't forget, Corey and I cleaned house, and I don't think Prometheus got
Oh,
some
yeah.
too, I think.
The two mages had what? You had met Caro finally, so you'd got that one. Kilowatt had gotten one for the dog.
The changeling was new to one of us.
I think.
No, we got that the week before.
Yeah, that was a week prior.
I think you and I already tracked our arcane experiences.
I think
from
you
Yeah,
guys
we
all
already
marked it,
tracked
yeah.
it, so we don't really need to go over it. Can't remember what
Yeah.
they were.
Yeah, I got about 4
Yeah, you guys had cleaned house last week.
from experience. Getting shoved into a pocket dimension, I think, was one of them. Thank you for that, Anki.
You're quite welcome. You should come more often.
So, as for Caro, I had cannibalized a vessel fully, so that would have been a memory reminisce beat.
Yep.
And if the... my memory's not doing good today. The Orochi company. If that's a secret relevant to a previous or future descent, I would get a reminisce beat.
No, not a secret. Just something that you...
It's just a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
It is something that, even though your past lives are, faded from memory, that's one that you have dealt with at least in 4 or 5 other lifetimes.
Right.
I bet you Orochi wishes it was a secret.
Aspirations. Does anyone need new aspirations, or do they want to change their aspirations?
Yes, I would like to change one of my minor aspirations. I want to find out more information about who she used to be. And I would also like to serve a drink to a customer without freaking out.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
You win.
You
Go.
first. No. Okay. We're gonna out-polite each other. I would like to change one of my short-term ones because I found my sisters, at least part of them, most of them. So I would like to change one of those. And I know that I think we had long-term new one was like improve on bar talk. I want to make another friend. I'm going to make a new friend.
Make a new friend.
I have no short-term aspirations.
All along?
No, I cleared them all last week.
Oh.
I would like
Introduce
to change.
Caro to
go.
donuts.
What's the other one?
Use a spell I've never used before.
In meaning a spell that you don't have a rope for, or making up something totally new? Or that you have a rope for and just haven't used?
No, something the character has never done before.
Okay.
I would like to change my aspirations from tasting ice cream and protecting my touchstone from harm to refusing to eat a donut and reclaiming my canopic jars.
We can both still win because I only have to introduce you to them.
It's all in the wording.
Oh yeah.
Anybody else?
Did everyone complete a short-term aspiration last week?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Because there's group beat if all of us can clear at least one.
Yeah, I know Essie did. Caro did.
One of my aspirations was to be helpful, and I think driving people around counts.
Actually, I think I can manage to talk one into mine. That by helping Caro retrieve their power, I'm helping to take the power back, which was one of my short terms.
I can go with that. Taking the power back from something.
Helping taking the power back, but you will not keep the power. This is my power.
Yes.
So then, yeah, that would mean.
Oh, I don't need to
group
keep
beat for
it.
that.
I just need to take it back. That's the. I don't think Kilowatt's interested in collecting power either.
Yeah, so if that's because Savannah wasn't there, that means everybody, so that would be your group beat.
Good job, guys.
Who wants to keep track of the group beats? Or do you want me to keep track of them?
How did
I'm already
group
scribing, so
How do group beats work?
As long as we all complete a short-term aspiration, we get a bonus beat, regular beat.
So we just all get a beat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
that's to encourage everyone to help each other do their short terms. Our group beats for vectors, we have to interact with the contagion, so theoretically we'd have gotten one last week. That's really up to Dwayne. Oh, it ate Mare. Bad bot.
It did. I'm just triggered by large marges based on the Awakening game.
Yeah, you guys have had very minor interactions with it so far. Nothing on a larger scale, but it is coming. So you guys will have plenty of chances to get vector beats. Either within the next 2 or 3 episodes. It's gonna happen. There's gonna be lots of vector beats coming your way.
Beat down. Oh yeah, did anybody get hurt last week? That's the one we didn't touch on. Did anybody get hurt badly?
I don't think there was any combat last week. It was all info dump and museum stuff.
I think so.
Huh. Thank you for the gift sub. Thank you.
All right. With all the book taking out of the way, we return to see most of our group making their way to the employees only section of the museum, where they believe that Caro's canopic jars may be stored down in the vault, the lower levels of the museum. Santos himself is handling the bar and getting it up to speed while the others are doing their little task. Emma Rose.
I was like, where am I?
We had left you
At the house, so I got eaten? Yeah, okay.
No, you had left the house with everyone, but we my understanding was you were still at the bar with Santos. Whether you were looking up another lead for your own well-being or just helping Santos out, I'll leave that up to you, and you can role-play that as you need. Please enlighten us all.
I think Emma is going to immediately make use of Essie's internet cafe and start looking up information on like the last one question. So when the bartender gave us the bar, did the bartender leave?
Oh yeah, she left. She handed the keys over to Santos and was like, "Call me if you need anything. Bye."
Santos helped reshape the bar, which is why Kellyack's going to kill us if she ever returns. And then I also went and started hiring, and you could help with that if you want. So far, I've hired Jessica Jones as our bartender. And
100% yes.
what was the thing I told you all for the bouncer? There was one, I can't remember what it was. And we're working on a DJ, which you can help with.
Sure. Yeah, she would help with that, because I believe my last lead was to come and talk to who was the guy who had the bar before the other group.
Oh, that was I forgot his name.
The demon?
But
so and so.
The demon was
the
Mr.
demon.
Mercedes.
Yes.
I think I was supposed to talk to him, because that's the name I got from the other changeling before leaving New York.
Right.
So basically, that's run dry because she's not here. But she knows that they're somewhere around here, so she'll kind of like use like social media, trying to like look them up, kinda. And then yeah, she'll help Anki with hiring a DJ. Because she wants like a really cool like New York DJ to remind her of home.
in Chicago.
Yes, I'll find one. There's one we found. I will find it.
If the group's cool with it, I would say, just so you have something you did last session, you can actually just write out what you like. This is what they're like as played by, for both the DJ and whoever runs the internet cafe. Because you said you were jumping on that too.
Okay, sure. I'll get something. I'll get something down.
So we'll find out what our separate group is doing while you get on that. So you guys are heading across the large rotunda. Of course, it's the obligatory, giant T-Rex in the the giant rotunda. It's, eating another helpless dinosaur. And just on the other side of it is the employees only section. Big sign, employees only. It's got the key card panel.
Oh, Could I use some sort of? I'm having a brain fart. I'm on a delay. Essie's brain currently running virus software. Would I be able to do anything like to see if like mechanically I could we get close enough to see if she could touch it and like trigger whatever mechanism exists in the key card fob thing?
Yes.
Is it a swipey one or a magnetic one? Not
It is a place it in. It's like the like hotel room keys.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I would like to see if I can and Kilowatt's with us as well, right?
Yes, you've got Kilowatt, Irene, Caro, and yourself.
Cool. Try and do something zappy to make it open, tech-wise.
If you have a way of doing it without triggering any alarm,
I guess would skills within computer be able to do that? I have data retrieval as part of it.
Well, this would definitely not be data retrieval.
I know. It's a thought.
I am open to suggestions.
I might have an alternative plan.
Punch it.
That is a plan, but not my plan.
Okay. That's yours.
I will. I can cast something on it and open it, probably.
Ooh.
Assuming it isn't shielded in some way.
No, based
Matter
on
one,
your passive sight, you don't see anything that's shielded.
Matter 1 remote control wrote with the commanding power of Stygia, the subject can control any mechanical object, making it fulfill its function. So I just want to tell the door latch to open.
All right.
Which should completely bypass the security lock entirely, like not even leaving a trace that it was open, would be my thought.
It might be logged in the system that it was opened, but it's not going to set off any alarms.
But it's like someone pushed the latch on the other side of the door to walk out without a key code or something, right?
Right.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Primary factor potency, spell is a rote. It's not a praxis. Not spending willpower. Quick cast. I assume I only need like a potency 1 for that.
Yeah, it's not very difficult. This is all very mundane. It's not a super high. We're not at the Louvre or anything.
Yeah. What is the penalty for sustaining 1 spell? Tyler, do you know? I didn't see that in my...
I think it's minus 2 dice.
But is that only if I go
wrong.
past my limit? I thought I
Yeah.
had to like... Okay,
That's-
so
If you go
1
past
spell
your
I wouldn't have
gnosis.
it. All right, yeah.
You only
Okay.
have to check it if you go past your gnosis. The card doesn't. do
Cool.
that, but you would.
All right, I get 6 dice. No paradox. And I will speak something in high speech and point my gadgets at the door and ask it politely to open. 10 agains. Ooh. 5 successes.
Awesome. Exceptional success. Yeah, so it pops open, and the perfectionate casting of this spell, there is almost no sound as the latch opens. That way no one walking around has even noticed that the door is opened.
Slide the door out the way and let us in.
All right. So as you guys enter, you see the obligatory long hallway with a couple of offices offshoot. Once the hallway goes a little bit further down, it kind of opens up. The hallway widens and it opens into like restoration rooms, places where either paintings or artifacts would have been, worked on. Further down the hall, there are signs that point to a research labs, and then a sign pointing to storage.
Should we split up or look together? Because
We split up, we'll become visible. I can't keep this.
Oh.
We have to stay close.
What is this? You go around. I will look on my own. Thank you for getting me this far,
But friends work together.
we will be working together, just separately.
But that's not together.
Caro turns and walks off, just
Wait.
out of the bubble.
Wait, friend! Essie follows.
Oh no!
I try to
Perfect.
keep Essie in the bubble, pulling Irene behind me.
I'll keep up.
Essie, just let them go. We've already. I can't even see them anymore. Where did they go? Can you?
No.
Scroll
Maybe.
down.
Could I see? Wait,
You
I-
do
I-
have
I-
like night vision.
I do.
so-
I have night
yeah.
vision. I have night vision as a passive one, but I also like if anyone goes into another room, I do have fire sight, which goes with like the heat of
Right.
someone. I just spend a pyros on it. It doesn't have a dice pool, from what I read, to be able to see kind of like where
Yep.
people go.
That'll be useful anyway because we want to know if we're gonna walk into a room with people in it.
Yes, I would like that. I will spend a pyros on that.
So do we see Caro with that, or is Caro just?
Is Caro cold? I
Caro
meant to
can
ask
choose
that.
to be warm or cold. I
I
can turn
was
off
about
all of
to-
my body processes
I
at
was
will.
about to ask that. Is Caro cold or hot at this time, Key?
Yes. Are you hot or are you cold? Are you yes or are you no? Or both?
Caro.
Because this is a brave new world, and apparently there's doors that can respond to open sesame and horseless chariots, I'm going to assume that maybe both hot and cold could be detected, and so it doesn't matter. So I'm currently hot.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Yes, you are now known as Caro Perry. Ah.
I
I
regret
have
nothing.
thoughts.
I regret
Ah.
nothing. You can't take my boost away now. Now ever.
So, with Caro deciding to be of warmth, Essie, your vision is able to see where Caro goes. Now, whether you keep up with her is going to be completely up to you. You are dragging in tow Kilowatt and Irene.
Yeah.
I guess initially, which way does Caro go?
As a refresher, which ways are there to go?
So there are a number of different restoration rooms. It doesn't look like anyone is in them. They all have the same similar key code lock on all doors. At the end of the hallway, it kind of splits off into a T-junction, one going to the research labs, probably where they do more actual research on any artifacts that are obtained. And then there is a stairwell heading down into storage, which is probably where the vault proper is. Or maybe the loading dock. Who knows?
Yeah, Karo would be looking through the windows as she walks down the hall and then would head towards the loading docks.
So as you're looking in all these windows as you walk down the hallway, you do see a number of different artifacts ranging from a very large different time span, all having to do with, anything that you would find in a normal natural history museum. You do see a couple of interesting pieces that seem kind of out of place. They do look very ancient. They definitely look like they would meet the same time period. But their makeup just is a little odd. As if somebody kind of sent them here by accident. Record keeping, who knows?
All right, noted. Karo would be going back for those after searching for the jars. Very single-minded on those jars.
Right. So as you turn right and head towards the loading dock / storage area, a small set of stairs go down, and then it splits off again to the it doesn't say loading dock, it actually says receiving, and it's just a simple push door, nothing locked about it or anything, and there's an actual window that you could look through to see what's on the other side. However, the stairs do descend another floor down to the storage area.
Any sign of my jars here? Like in this room?
In the receiving?
In the receiving, yep.
No, as you look through, it is a very large open area with the the pole cargo doors at the far end, where trucks would back up and they would be offloaded with whatever types of antiquities were delivered. There are a number of boxes. You see actually a couple of different sarcophagi from different periods. Nothing that tips you off. Nothing that you recognize. Nothing of yours.
Sarcophagi, you say?
Yes.
Huh. Not a fan of that. Okay. Continue down the stairs. Just mental note. Okay. Sarcophagi. They're raiding tombs, possibly. Oh.
Yes, they are tomb right now. So once you guys, or when Karo reaches the bottom, you see that this also opens up into a number of caged rooms off to the left with a number of different items in those cages. They are all separated first by period and then alphabetically. However, there is a large vaulted door.
Irene is going to look for a manifest, because I assume we're keeping pace with Caro.
I would assume, yes.
Okay. Yeah, Irene would like to look for a manifest or, a binder, because someone probably wrote down what's going where.
Would I be able to see any recent using that same fire site that's kind of active, that's all splotches of heated, cooled infrared?
I mean, yes, you can see
would I be able
a
to
number.
Would I be able to see rooms that had recently been entered?
No, with that kind of sight, I mean, you see footprints. Yeah, they're very faint, as it seems that they whoever had come in hadn't been there in some time.
Okay.
But there are footprints leading from the dock into the storage room, a couple into the actual vault area. Some going up the stairs, down the stairs. There's footprints everywhere, but they
Okay.
are very faded. Nothing recent.
Nothing super like hot and recent.
Nothing
Okay.
is nothing that's super hot.
From I guess in order for us to see like the mechanics of the vault, we would have to go towards that room, or is the vault visible from where we are?
It's pretty much right there. It's like one of those big giant bank.
Like the bank, like
vault door, yeah.
Like the click, 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 like okay. Trying to have a think. I part of me just feels like important things, and with where Essie is, she just thinks, well, if new friend is looking for this, it must be pretty important. I wonder if it's there. Like after all, like with her security things, like their security and surveillance, that would be where her mind would go. I want to go to the vault.
So the vault itself has now, thank you for the boost, 4-layer security system.
Curse you, whoever you are. 4 layers of security.
So it has the same key card type mechanism, a PIN code, and it was only going to have retinal, but now it also has key phrase.
Okay.
Is there any sort of manifest or directory that someone wrote something down and left it lying around?
Yes. So
there is.
I did not forget about you. So yes, on the just on the outside of each of those cages, where it's broken up into alphabetical order, each one has each item is listed as an old style that is coming in, and at the entrance of each of those cages is a very, very small computer, very kind of low tech, more for just keeping a short inventory. So, when something goes in, it's written on for that day that it was entered, and then someone is supposed to enter it into the electronic log, and it has a complete listing of everything that has gone in there for the day. There is nothing for the vault.
Okay. So while Essie tries to break into the vault, I'm gonna check out these little small inventory computers and see if there's anything that sounds like what Caro's looking for. Has Caro told us what she's looking for, or are we just guessing?
Said it a couple times.
My
like
jars.
the jars.
Okay.
My jars.
Yeah. I'm sure that you guessed while she was feasting upon the broken remains of one of them.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm like, any jars?
So give me give me a dice roll of thinking. I don't know.
Roll for brain thoughts.
Yes, roll for
int investigation.
Yeah, int investigation. Yeah.
Hey. That is... Hey, I'm gonna be really good at this. I've got 2 dice. I will use the boost that Ever gave me, and so that is worth a willpower, which I think is worth 3 extra dice.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Ever.
I'll start monetizing these boosts.
Ooh, I got a 10.
It's a 1 success and a reroll.
That would be a 2, so 1 success.
1 success. That's all you need. So you go through and you see that a delivery was made The most recent in all of these cages, there's a number of them. Some of them contain more than just one letter. It's not like these are all the A's. It may go from A to D and then E to 4 letters after that. I don't know alphabets. And so forth, all the way down to Z. A couple of entries were made in the E. So in the second cage area, it lists that it was brought in from off-site. It doesn't list another actual place or another museum, which is odd because a lot of the other entries have museums listed. Like such and such artifact was transferred from this museum to this museum for a certain event. It may in the notes section. And all it says is the very short description that it gives is a 4x4 lead box, unknown contents. That is the oddest thing that you find.
Hey.
Yeah.
Are we looking for a box? Maybe a lead box? There's one
Caro,
in here.
still around here?
Caro's, I'm pretty sure, like, a ways away.
You're just like staring at the vault.
I'm staring at the vault going,
So
Thanks.
it's made out of lead, which interests Irene anyway. So is there an easy way into the cages?
The cages themselves have a 2-layer access, a same key card as before, and a pin number.
I'll turn to Kilowatt. Like, can use is that?
Which
I don't know.
one?
Is it too much to ask? This one.
Sure. Actually, I keep concentration on the spell around me, but I'm assuming that means that I can control it a little bit, so I'll like lower the effects so they can see me, but ask Essie to warn us if anyone starts approaching.
Okay.
And I'll pop some locks on some things, assuming that 2 successes does so. It does. Remote control some locks to just flip their tumblers open.
Okay.
It is their true purpose, after all. It's very
Yes.
easy to make things do their purpose.
Yeah, so you're very easily able to pop this lock. And you have access to the whole E through E, F, G, H.
Now
That's
this
4.
vault, that seems like a bigger puzzle.
That is
I walk over.
much bigger problem.
I walk over and pull out some magnets and start like physically scanning the outside of the door as kind of activating my mage sight and like matter sphere to truly understand the inner workings of the vault door.
would I be able to assist in any way with that?
I mean, there's a number of different layers of security on this vault. Just being able to see the inner tumblers
Yeah, I have.
will help out with the physical portion of it. But there are other layers. There's the pin code that needs to be put in, the retinal scan, and the word encode.
Kind of in the same mode as trying to look for like manifests or anything like that. Are there any in this room? Are there any things like, you know, like managers, employee of the month picture frames, anything like that around there?
No, actually down here it's rather cold and bare. It's just concrete walls. This is not an area where a lot of people hang out. You know, they come in, do their work, and then leave. Most of the actual work in the museum would be upstairs.
Essie, I myself, like through Essie, is trying to figure out how we're going to get through that retinal scan. I have one of my transmutations with metamorphosis. I have the persistent ability to change minor physical details. And so if I could figure out whose eyeball we need, I can make my eyeball their eyeball. But whose eyeball is it?
Kilowatt and Essie, give me wits and give me wits and investigation. It's kind of as you're looking over this thing as you guys are about to attempt it.
Could I sub crafts or computer potentially?
Yeah, I'm good with all of those are kind of the same, but also, yeah, same with crafts. I have crafts with a specialization repair that nothing's
So it
broken.
Not be a craft.
All right.
So you said wits investigation?
Yep.
I'm gonna
I'm
try
gonna
and
use
see.
that boost that Ever gave me. Thanks, Ever.
And this is a 10 again, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right, 2 successes.
Those 3 extra dice were an 8 and 2 10s, Ever. Thank you.
Oh.
I rolled them in a different color so I could tell you.
All right. So yeah, between the both of you, you are as you're looking at the apparatus itself and the security options that are on the right hand side. The one thing that you didn't look at initially that you now notice is that there is a chair, probably where some type of security guard would have sat.
Mhm.
But because of the incident that had happened, there's no one actually working today. Underneath the chair is a physical, like, written log that has the names of everyone who has gone in, the time that they had gone in, and the time that they had gone out.
Right.
So you now have your names.
Right.
Scan
That's
the
good.
internet for a picture of that person, maybe on the museum.
Mm-hmm.
Like the director of the museum has to have access, right?
Right.
They're
Probably.
listed. We could probably
Yes.
get a retina that way.
We're gonna get a retina of that direction. I would like to do that somehow. That counts as data retrieval, yeah. Under computer. Retrieving
does.
data, aka a picture.
But you're gonna need to find an actual computer first.
Are computers down here? Anything that would have like logging for digital logging for anything that's coming in and out?
The only computers that are down here are the ones that are keeping inventory of the storage area.
And like the ones in my backpack.
Oh,
Oh yeah, forgot about
right.
that.
I'll pull a tablet out and hand it to her.
How's that?
Perfect.
Yeah,
I'll pull a tablet out and then ask if she wants a keyboard or do you have Bluetooth?
I'm good.
abilities?
Yeah, I have Bluetooth.
Alright.
Like just
It's a
kind of
Bluetooth keyboard. Go ahead and pair with it. You can keep the tablet.
got it. Yeah. So yeah, I would like to do that and just kind of go through anything that way to try and find imagery of anyone with the names there, like scanning Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch.tv, whatever they happen to be doing, to see if I can find a face with an eyeball on it.
All right. Before we do that, Irene,
I didn't do it.
I was going to ask you, what are you doing at this time?
I am actually trying to find that lead box because it's lead. I want to know what's inside.
The actual box is not difficult to find. It takes a little bit of time just because there's so many rows. But whoever had done the log had done it, correctly, and it is in the same spot that it was placed. As you walk down the row, you get closer and closer to the numbered slot that it's supposed to be in, and you do feel drawn to, like, once you get within 10-15 feet, it's something there like, ooh, this feels nice. Like, I want to open it more.
Okay. Lean into that feeling.
And you come up on this large 4x4. It's a 4x4x4. It's very large, and it is not lead lined, as if people would think. It is a solid lead, almost ammo crate looking container. If ammo crates were made out of lead.
Is it locked?
It is locked.
Ah, curses.
It is locked with a very, very old, almost Victorian-looking lock, like the ones where you'd have to swipe up the side, the actual hole cover, and then stick the key in.
Oh wow. Let me look up my sheet. Is there anything I can use to try and get past the lock? I have no larceny.
What is your strength at?
3 dots.
You could try and break it with your hands.
Oh, I feel bad breaking a museum thing. But I'll do it anyway, because I really want to know what's in the box.
All right, give me
Pain is in the box.
pain is in the box.
I got 1 success.
There's a man in the box. 1 success. So, regretfully but respectfully, you grab this lock and you just pull it, and even though it looks sturdy and it looks like it has resisted time, it has not, and it breaks fairly easily with a loud clank. Like, it can be heard echoing through this vast storage area, and it is easily you can easily slide it off and open it up if you wished.
I do wish.
So as you pull the latch up and you open it up, you get a feeling that you have never felt before. You have read how you put off such energy and how others are affected by it. Obviously, you don't feel that because of the way that you were made. However, you have felt that now. As soon as you open that, you get that awesome power that just radiates out of it, and it, like, you feel it waft through your body. Even those that are standing down by the vault, you don't get it as much, but you're kind of like, what was that? It's like someone, let out a very large fart. And the reverberating sound just kind of hits you. But it's not a sound force. It's like, it is a radiation type. Radiation is probably not the best word, but yes, a penetrating energy. However, when you look inside the box, there's nothing there. Almost as if when you opened it, whatever was in there is now gone. Like, it escaped.
I was scanning the area with active mage sight when that happened. Is there anything fancy about that for forces, prime, or matter?
For forces, you can, if you were to look back quickly, as I assumed you were looking at the vault door.
But if I get hit with a wave from behind, I'm going to turn my head.
You turn around real quick, and you see almost
the raid that hit you from behind.
The raid,
Thanks for the raid, Valdrianth.
Oh my god,
All right.
a raid hit us
From behind.
from behind.
Fun night.
Yeah, so when you swing around real quick to catch it, it's almost a Aurora Borealis-esque kind of wave sight as it dissipates out through the walls. But it doesn't stick around. It just dissipates out through you, through the walls, through the concrete, up the stairs.
Is there any roll that I can make to figure out what just happened?
Ooh. I'm sorry I'm very slow. I'm trying to find all of my papers on this tiny little pewter.
It's fine.
It's hard. Actually, from you, I want your... I want your Azoth. Actually, you know what? Just to make it super easy, give me your Pyros as a dice pool.
That's 11.
Yeah.
Okay. So roll 11 dice?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 10s. 6 successes.
Okay.
Should I re-roll the 2 10s?
Nah, you don't even have to.
Okay.
So this force that you just felt is something that you've never felt before. While in a sense it had the same kind of makings as your own Pyros, it is something, you know that each denizen has its own fuel, whatever drives it, makes its powers work. And that is essentially what that was. It is some entity's fuel that was either extracted and contained in this box. And now that you're actually looking at it and looking at the box itself, this was a very thick lead. We're talking, a couple of inches. It would have probably taken a normal person, or not a normal person, but it would have taken a few normal people to lift and carry this box. At least 4. Even though the box is not that large, but just the sheer weight of it.
My box now. I'm taking the box.
You can't take the box with you.
It's a lead-lined box. I'm radioactive. It's a good idea.
Does it also have your stapler? Is it your stapler now?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, just releasing demons out into the world. But, you've got a box. Nice box.
Yeah,
I
you got a
don't
box.
think it was demons as much as it was like raw pyros.
Pyros
So
or
I think
something
someone
else.
gonna have a real interesting day in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Nah, actually, sorry. Never mind.
Caro, where are you at in all of this happenings?
So, there was a stairway down from receiving to another storage area?
Yeah, to this pretty much where everyone is right now.
Ah, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So Kara would have been rummaging through crates as quietly as possible. Just, looking into cages, trying to find those jars. If anyone yelled, a question or something, if that were to happen, Kara wouldn't respond.
So are you in the actual storage area proper or on the docks?
In the area proper, the storage area proper.
Okay. So you would be down with everybody. Okay.
Just silent.
There are a couple of crates that have not been. It looks like they haven't been logged yet. They are not inside the cages. If you were to rummage through them, you are angry, not at yourself for wasting the time, because a lot of these things are of low value and have either nothing to do with you or nothing to do with any, like, it's the equivalent of finding a Coke bottle.
This bottle is half empty.
So whether it was they just were too lazy to put it away, or they decided that it wasn't important enough to even be logged, there's like 3 or 4 crates just full of random crap. But as far as your jars, even with Irene looking through, you have not seen the jars anywhere in any of these outer cages.
So Cairo is going to make her way to the vault to check on how they're doing over there. Seeing that the jars are not here.
Alright, before we get to that, let's hop back to Emma Rose and Santos. How are we looking in this bar? What do we got? What do we got going on?
What do we got going on?
Yeah, who have you hired so far, Emma Rose?
Breaks
I got
out the
a list.
notebook.
Break out the
I
notebook.
got a
Tell me what you
list.
got.
So for the internet cafe, Emma Rose totally just hires like some like standoffish, like early 20s-year-old woman who like totally reminds you of Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim. And then for the DJ, she'd actually like to reach out and find a changeling that might be able to connect her with some local groups and offer him or her a job. Specifically also if like they feed off of like euphoria and be like, hey, here's an open feast for you that you can like use.
This one I want, but this one's gonna need a roll. You're gonna have to coax some people, not coax them, but you know, a new changeling on the scene is just kind of just runs up and is like, hey, you guys want to be a DJ at this strange bar?
Okay, what do you want me to roll?
Whether you want to. Now, what is your changeling word? Confuse. Splat.
I'm a
confuse.
wizened notary.
What am I thinking of? I am thinking of your
Needle,
Yeah,
thread,
got-
clarity. Weird.
the word that means like the thing that they feed off of. Like not all changelings have the same. That fuels their
Glamour?
Yeah, is it their clarity? Or is it
No,
their
glamour?
Glamour is
Glamour
what
too.
the fuel source is called, but they feed off emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what emotion does Emma Rose feed off of?
Oh. That wasn't in my book.
What's your court?
Yeah,
Spring.
that'd be
Yeah,
like
so-
joy, things like that.
And desire.
Desire.
Find someone on Molly. That would work for a DJ.
Right. No, I mean, not that it's like needs to be that specific, but mostly Emma tries to feed off of like motherly joy, like walking through, like going through hospitals and like walking through like the new birth hallway and stuff.
Okay.
I like
Because
it.
that's like where she was happiest.
I like that. It's very specific.
It's real
but-
dark. I approve.
Yeah. I have questions later.
Okay. I'm here all day.
Yeah, so if you want to try and not coax, get one of these changelings, especially someone that is one of your own, you trust a little bit better than just these random people that you've only just met. You could just either give me presence and
Persuasion?
Either persuasion or empathy to try and to show them that they can use this place as a safe place to get glamour.
Okie dokie. I wish I was being a manipulative little something, because I'm very much better at that.
That's why I asked.
Oh, what the hell? Nope. I haven't rolled 4 dice on this. What does a boost do? Because I had an audience vote boost thing.
3 extra dice. It
3
counts
extra
as
dice,
willpower.
3 extra dice. And you can also spend willpower.
Okay. I'll use my boost earlier. I'm cross it off right now. How?
Just roll 3 more dice.
Yeah. So 3d10.
Yep.
Twee. Yeah, I rolled a 10.
And an 8. All right,
And
so that's,
So.
Can roll the 10 again if you wish. You won't need to, though, unless you want to try for that critical success. It's up to you.
I rolled a 7, so no.
Okay. So yeah, you put the word out into some of the circles, especially the circle that had set you on your way to coming to Chicago, and you are able to find a changeling that seems to fit what you have asked for. They are willing to work with you for a little bit less amount of money that you were offering, but just the fact that this is a safe place that they can generate glamour if they need to is more enticing than the monetary.
Okay.
You do have to explain to them that they have to be very discreet about it.
Yeah.
Anybody else that you had hired on or are thinking of hiring on?
Was there anybody else? Like, what other positions needed to be filled? Because we were just talking about the internet cafe and a DJ.
It was just kind of whoever
We
you
have
wanted
a-
to stick in there.
We have a bouncer. We need a wise old janitor. Dwayne can just randomly have appear in the back room when someone's feeling down and offer advice. We need one of those.
Yes.
So, definitely played by Morgan Freeman.
I'll find one of those.
All
I
right.
could possibly get Morgan Freeman to do that, just outright.
If she could even maybe
Make
find,
it happen.
like a fellow older wizened that she could learn stuff from. Just gonna have a posse
Just
inside
making this
another
a
posse.
Big old changeling bar.
Hey, somebody left me in charge, and they probably shouldn't have.
Our bouncer is
It was a demon, wasn't he?
yeah, and played by Joe Manganiello.
Yes, please.
All right, so think on that one, and we'll come right back to that.
Okay.
So, how are you guys gonna get into this vault? Even if you do want to get into this vault, that is the big question.
Very first thing that happens, Caro just kind of walks in right next to them. Just kind of goes, "So how is this going?" Just out of nowhere.
Slowly. There are a lot of things standing in the way. And Essie would try to explain using words that just come naturally to her. about the different types of security that go along with it.
You are
Just-
very wise in the ways of protection.
It is my purpose.
It's all mundane security, though, right, Dwayne?
Mundane, but there's the retinal scan and the pass, the voice pass.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
one of those like Jane Doe, and it's the
If you
voice
explain-
analyzer.
If you explain to Karo that you need a very specific person who can open this door with their eyes and their mouth, Karo will just nod and just be like, okay, you need their voice? I can do
Yes.
this. I can do this. Yes.
Do you hand them the tablet?
And then Essie would pull up a video of one of the people from that list who have access, like if
Just
they've
gonna
done
put a hand, just put it down. No need.
Okay.
And
Uh-huh.
I'm going to use Dream of Dead Gods to just spend a pillar point, and the person best suited to use the scanners will be cursed with a specific condition called Dead Dreams, or it was something like that. Dead Dreams,
Just death.
where they are compelled to come here and do the thing. Dead Dreamer. And they are shown visions of them coming here and doing the thing. And if they don't follow these visions, they're gonna face just difficulties in their daily life until they get over here and do the thing. So it might take a while, but that is Karo's plan.
Okay, so you activate your pillar, and
That's so cool.
about 7 miles away, an older lady, probably one of the head researchers, just sits up in bed and is like, "Oh my God, this is horrible nightmares. I must go do the thing." As Karo so
Must.
eloquently put it, I must do the
They
thing.
must come here and open the door for their new god.
She has this instant. She's like, "Oh, I must have forgot something." Yeah, it's for her. It's not this urge that she has to go do. It's like, "Oh, I must have left my dog in the vault.
Oh no.
Right.
I must go get it."
Else they will die a terrible, terrible death. Oh no. You must come here right now. Yes. Excellent.
And
Yeah,
As-
she hops in her 78 Oldsmobile and starts down the road.
As she's getting in the car 7 miles away, in this room, there's just words in a forgotten language that just bound off the walls very quietly, like whispers, as Karo activates this utterance, Dream of Dead Gods.
Essie will have one of those moments where she looks and watches Karo do the thing and then looks to Kilowatt. And it's just like, do you know what's happening? No? Can you see anything? No? Okay.
So as all of this is going on, the words themselves to you have no meaning, but somebody understands them. And at one moment when Essie and Kilowatt, based on your different sights, you were able to see past, even though the vault door is large, with your X-ray-ish vision, you were able to see through, at least to the mechanics of it. Kilowatt, with your passive mage sight, you didn't.
Oh, it's active.
Oh, it's active. Okay,
I'm active at this point. Yeah.
Even active, you didn't see anything after that wave. And it had been a couple minutes and nothing had happened. But as soon as these words start to be smoking, yes, they've been smoked.
Smoking.
Once they've been smoking, it is as if in the center of the vault room, like a giant bubble starts to increase out, and with your sight, all you see is a giant shell, like a delicious chocolate coating on an ice cream scoop. Essie, your vision is just totally black. It's as if you see it so far, and then it's just like a wall of nothing.
Why? So all of my sights, so like the fire sight as it goes, and then just like, wait, no, do you mean like even like regular vision, like everything I can see, or just
it's like you were able to see through the door with your your extra sights.
Piercing. Yeah.
And after this thing activated or whatever happened, now you can see normal, but that's all you can see.
Uh-oh.
Like your sight cannot penetrate anything anymore. At least towards the vault.
Essie would have that moment, probably a virtual, like truly sitting there going, uh-oh.
The words seem to be awakening something on the other side of this door.
I can't see.
There's a bubble of power growing.
I'm malfunctioning.
Oh.
But it's 6:30. And this is where we're gonna take a quick break. to cut Key off and make him think about it and then forget what he was gonna say when we come back.
Also, Chad is demanding that you toilet paper at least once.
The motion was presented to the
yes.
table and carried by 3 other members of the board. Therefore, the motion is passed.
Also, thank you, chat, for all of these boosts. I have this terrible feeling we're going to need them.
And on that note, we'll return in 10 minutes.
We'll see you guys. Don't go away. Oh, we're back. How exciting. No countdown or anything.
Best countdown ever. What are you talking about?
Hey guys, thanks for sticking around. We're back, apparently, from talking about buying our own Vorpal compound. A place where you can soon be able to come and have a wonderful bed and breakfast with all of your favorite Vorpal Tales characters.
It's a castle.
So donate to the Patreon.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Patreon.
I needed to buy a house.
Your Patreon subscription is very well put to good use.
Yep.
And if you act now, for every $1 that you put towards Patreon, we will allow you to sign your name on a brick.
This castle has everything.
Including a sword and a stone.
Sword and a stone,
Gargoyles.
gargoyles, terrible tile work.
Wrought iron gate on the center with an elaborate like horse motif.
And this weekend you get the specialty of seeing our very own Tyler walk around in his boxers and go spooky woo.
Y'all are breaking me.
That is
I'm
that in
broken.
itself is not worth a top tier Patreon subscription. I don't know what is.
Managed by your beautiful host, me.
But now that we have rattled you all to the bones with the thought of Tyler walking around in his underwear, let us rattle you more to the bones.
I'm
with our
right behind you,
story.
Dwayne.
You're always right behind me.
Nice.
So, we are still outside of this vault, and the two of you have noticed strange emanations pouring forth from inside after Caro suggested to an elderly woman that she should get her dog out of the vault.
You need to go now.
Do we know if what you want is in there? Is what you want doing that?
I don't know what that is. I don't know if my jars are in there. I just know you all will not survive whatever is in there. You need to
Would
go.
it help if I open the door for you?
No.
Do it.
Okay, we'll wait for them over there.
Okay.
So it takes the old lady almost 20 minutes to get here, even though she's only like 6 or 7 miles away. You know, she follows the speed limit under by 5 miles. And then obviously because of all the police, she has to explain that she has to get her dog out of the vault that she left in there yesterday. They wave her off as a strange, demented woman, but she does have her ID, which allows her to get past and into the employees only area. You hear muffled scuttering coming from up the stairs, down the linoleum tiling of the hallway, and you start to hear some muttering. She's like, "Oh my god, I have to hurry!
Aro's going to be standing in front of the vault door waiting for this woman.
I hide in the box.
As he looks to Kilowatt, can we do the...
Yeah, I'd probably go hang out wherever Irene is, and shield us all from sight. Again, stand in a corner somewhere.
Yeah,
Just wait for Caro.
Kind of hang out behind the big wooden crates.
Luckily, that means we can chat and they can't hear us.
That was creepy. Mare, when you just drank that, the glass was invisible.
From like the. Oh!
Ooh.
Weird!
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird.
Here.
Anyways, back to our. Why was everybody in their invisible drinks?
Mine's not invisible.
So you guys hide behind the crate, and this elderly woman, the nice old lady, the lady that played the principal in Kindergarten Cop. She comes down with her glasses, with the beaded necklace hanging around the glasses, and as soon as she hits the bottom of the stairs, she sees Caro.
Hello.
And she's taken for a moment. She goes, "Who are you? Why are you here?"
I am Caro. You serve me now. Your dog is in the vault.
Yes, Slobber Chops is in the vault.
Slobber Chops.
Wow, that's reaching back.
I need you to release Slobber Chops very carefully.
I can't remember why I left him in there. Oh.
Hurry. There's not much air.
She walks over. She slides her badge. She puts in the number 1258. She leans in to the retinal scan. It beeps, and then a little prompt starts on the screen, and she goes, "I work here." And it says voice verified, and you hear a number of clinks as electronic locks are undone. And then she goes over to the vault proper and tries to turn the actual wheel. And she's just like,
Caro steps over, pushes her aside, and just very blatantly understands that she's going to get Cerberus now. It's probably going to happen. Rolling a chance die unless her resolve and composure is above 8.
Hers?
So, hers, yeah. Just
Hers
gonna push her aside, just blatantly just ruin her whole week with existential crises as Caro steps in front of the wheel and begins to turn it.
All right, you turn it, a couple more clicks. Once it is fully unlocked, it has that kerchunking sound as it starts to open on its own, like a coo 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 coo. And the vault opens. It looks to be a very simple vault with a centralized area that looks like is almost a vault within a vault, but it's all glass, almost like a clean room. And you see one of the canopic jars sitting in the center of that clean room. A number of different other pieces are on other clean tables inside this vault, some of them behind glass. A number of different large style safety deposit boxes kind of style that all need dual keys to open, but they're not the skinny ones like you'd see in a bank. They're larger and they're all labeled as to what's inside.
Because the vault is opened, she's served her purpose. She's no longer a dead dreamer. And yeah, Caro just kind of nods to her as Caro walks into the vault.
Now, when this effect ends on her, is it detrimental to the person, or is it kind
no
of
more
like
nightmares?
woke up? Okay.
Yeah, just kind of woke up, sort of. So she's just here. She opened the vault to save her dog, who's not here.
And now she's just standing here.
She's just, yeah.
It looks like she's, shaking off the haze. She looks around, she sees you. What am I doing here? Why am I here?
You came to help me.
I don't even know you.
I'm
That
Kara.
is a pretty amazing power.
Go away.
I'm Karo, and you serve me now.
Does she serve you again? Or
No, this is just Karo just imposing her will onto this woman.
okay.
Just brutally.
She's like, I don't
And
know
you will help
you.
me. You will help me retrieve everything in the vault.
This is all property of the museum. I cannot let you just walk out with this stuff.
Who owns the museum?
Shareholders.
Who dares own my tomb? Who dares? It is
I don't
my
even know who
domain.
you- I don't even know who you are.
Karo picks her up by like her shirt, lifts her up just schoolyard bully style.
Wow.
I am Karo, and you serve me now.
Give me
Some intimidation over
Oh
here.
yeah, give me some intimidation.
Oh yeah. Jeez. Okay.
Give me presence and intimidation.
All right. And would I get a bonus for a specialty I put down of murderous stare as I just stare her in the eye?
Yes.
Wonderful. And I'm spending a point of willpower because this is dominant as well,
really,
which is
really want
one of my
this to
burdens.
happen.
I really want this to happen. Yes. All right, here goes. Yeah. The 10 again, 3 successes.
Okay. It is much better than her ability to be stalwart in this situation. And she starts crying. And it's like, yes, I'll do whatever you say.
Oh, now I feel bad. Get in there.
So now you still have this old woman.
An old woman. She will now be my left hand. As I just point towards the vault. I don't know if the others can see this, but yeah, it's not subtle at all.
And you're just like, go.
Just get in there. Walk behind her into the vault.
She will walk in. She does it very slowly and almost afraid. Not because of you, but more because you're making her do it.
We'll sneak in behind them.
She makes her way
Assuming
into the,
Irene wants to come with too.
Irene is like down in the box, like peeking up over the edge. And if Kilowatt starts walking, Irene will be like, "Oh, I don't want to be alone here," and we'll follow.
We'll come back for the box.
I like the box. It's made of lead. I like lead.
Now for Kilowatt and Essie, still you have this block. Again, Kilowatt, what you see is this almost this shell that extends to the end of the vault. It doesn't seem to be like a wall of force or anything. As you watch Caro and this old woman, they walk, from what you see, is they walk into it. and then you just don't see them anymore. As if a veil was put around this area. Essie is the same with you. Now that the door is open, you can see a little bit past the door frame, but it's as if your sight just doesn't work. It's like something is malfunctioning. But you still hear the woman crying. It's not as if they disappeared from existence or anything.
Does the vault make moves to shut behind us?
No.
Okay. I drop something heavy in front of the vault door just to make sure it can't, hopefully. And say, well, I think the only way we're going to see anything is if we also cross that veil.
Mm.
Now, strangely, Irene, when they talk about veil, you don't see anything. You see it just as Caro and the old woman do, as just a stepping over the threshold and into the room. You see Caro and this old woman fine.
What veil?
About 5 feet in front of me, I can't see any trace of forces.
Oh,
None of my sensors work past this door.
oh, Caro's just being mean to an old woman. I kind of
That's
want to
not how you make friends.
Caro doesn't seem very friendly.
Should I go inside?
Does it seem safe?
I mean, I don't want Caro to lift me up by my shirt.
I don't even think they can see us.
Caro, can you see us?
You see the woman turn around. Who is that?
No one. Keep working. And turn towards the door to try and see them.
Well, did you even hear us is the question, because I did sound and light.
Oh, yeah, could I hear them?
Yeah, sound. Yeah, you can hear sound fine.
Can I see them?
Oh, through my 3 success shield that I've been concentrating on this whole time?
I don't think I can see them
Oh yeah,
regardless.
You wouldn't be able to see.
No.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see them because
Or
of the shield.
here.
Or here, yeah, or here.
Oh, yeah. Just
Never mind. The old woman
dead air.
doesn't hear.
No.
Yeah.
Keep working.
Well, she can still hear something and be like,
Yeah.
that was good. It helped prove the point. See? Unless you take about 3 steps that way, then they'll see you just fine.
Yeah, I'll take 3 steps forward.
And you walk. Do you walk out of Kilowatts area and into the vault?
Mm-hmm.
So as
she
you
just disappeared to us.
Yeah, to you two, she just walks through.
I don't like this.
But
And can you
Essie.
see me?
and now the woman does turn around and go, what is going on? As this, large radiating person has just appeared in the doorway out of nowhere.
I know, I totally forgot my green hair clips.
Good. Come. Help us.
Wait, Kilowatt, can you see me now?
Can I can I have Essie stick her hand out with a thumbs up through the edge of Kilowatt's shield and then stick it back in?
Is the old lady looking?
No,
Please
once
tell me
Caro,
the old lady is not looking.
no, yeah. Once Caro told her to go back to doing what she's doing, she continues to move towards the central clean room.
I assume that's still gonna probably cause a paradox
Oh,
As
I
a-
forgot you got
as a
paradox.
hand just appears in thin air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. I'll
So-
roll a chance die for paradox there.
I'm sorry.
Okay, did not succeed. All right.
While Kilowatt does that, I am going to turn on solar flare and glow about as brightly as a desk lamp,
Okay.
and then say, "How about now?"
Still don't sense her, but I can hear you. I'll drop the sound effect temporarily.
You can sense the magic, not the magic because they don't use
Yeah.
magic, but the power being activated. You can sense it, but you just can't see it.
Yeah.
You just cannot see past this bubble.
The area you are in is heavily warded against.
Being seen.
Is it like forces, prime, and matter? Like all three senses dead?
It's not dead. It's as if that is the forces, like a forces spell almost.
Oh. I'm gonna look around for any signs of runes or I don't know.
Is it because you and Essie are both electric?
Perhaps.
woogie, woogie, woogie.
The old woman moves around to the end of the clean room. You see that there is another keypad with card access, and she fumbles with her card. She drops it on the floor, picks it back up, enters her code, and the door opens. Caro, make a wits and the other thing that I cannot remember.
Composure for perception check.
Yeah, wits and composure.
All right, that good old 4 dice. Yeah, 1 success.
She didn't put in the same code that she did when she entered the vault. It was 1 digit off.
Just gonna take a step towards her. It's a code. Why was it different?
What? I don't know what you mean.
Just gonna put a hand on her. You'll know exactly what I saw you. What did you do?
She's like, I don't understand I don't know what you mean. The door's unlocked.
Gonna make a motion as if I'm going to hit her and then just pull back like at the last second. Try and get her to flinch before walking into the room.
So mean.
Yeah, I feel bad. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, she flinches hard. Throws her hands up, tries to duck a little bit. She's like, no, please don't.
Feels bad, man.
Carol, be nice.
It's like, why would you do this to an old woman?
Arrow is lucky Emma's not there.
Yeah.
So mean to this old lady. You get her out of bed, make her come all the way across town.
Yeah, Caro goes to the now open door. Steps in.
Yeah, and in that room you see a jar, a canopic jar.
Gonna hope it's mine as I grab it, lift it up, maybe check inside of it if I can.
Yeah, you can check inside of it.
Open up, see what organs are in here.
Nothing is in it. But when you open it up, it just kind of explodes in your face.
Get for being mean to old ladies.
So that's karmic punishment right there. That's a good payoff right there. That's cathartic.
So
I say as I explode.
Yeah, it explodes as soon as you take it off and you look inside, there's just nothing. And then you almost hear this whirring up as a mass amount of energy just kind of explodes. And where inside it's just a dark inside, that darkness has now spread into blobbish chunks all around this clean room. And there's just stickiness, gooiness. You see that some of it has flown out the room and hit this old lady. And she has fallen to the ground as this stuff begins to eat through her flesh and starts moving towards more meat, as it were. Sizzling starts to happen as the black ooze that was on the glass of the clean room starts to eat through it.
Irene will just sort of like gasp, say "oh no," and then with the sleeve of her jacket try and wipe the ooze off the lady.
Run! No! Leave her! Run! She is already dead.
As Caro, as you start to move, her body begins to animate very erratically, bones breaking in different directions as sharp needles start to protrude out of her body. Her head is kind of lopsided as she stands up, almost zombie-like, clinging to your pants and your crop top. A number of these needles start to get stuck inside of you just as she's grabbing onto you. And she attempts to start flailing her arms at you. I need everyone to roll me some initiative.
Hey.
Have fun, guys.
You're over there just like,
I mean-
where am I going to get a janitor?
No, I mean, if you're in the bar, there's an epic text message thread happening between myself and Kilowatt right now.
Oh, is this? I was
I'm
about
probably
to say.
like, hey, check out this weird video.
I was wondering, is this a group message? Or... Oh wait, is initiative just 1d10 or is it d10?
She
plus
looks
something?
up from
D10
doing applications
plus-
to be like, oh, looks like they're having fun.
Normally, dexterity and composure.
Hey, look, this
Okay.
lady
Just
just
making-
exploded.
I'm just making sure when I clicked the initiative roll.
Yeah, the initiative roll should add it all up.
It does.
So what do we got? Give me some numbers.
I got a 14.
I got an 8.
I got an 8.
14. Where are you at? Why are you dead? Why is Key dead?
Why am I dead?
Because
What?
I didn't do it
Caro's a
I don't
mummy.
know.
this time.
Weird.
Oh. I am
Oh.
up.
For some reason on the initiative tracker, it just said Key and it just had a dead symbol.
I'm already dead.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Have you
Can't
done
be any
anything
more
to
deader.
piss off Astral recently?
Bully an old woman, apparently.
Astral doesn't like that.
Oh,
Sending you a warning.
my grandmother's an old woman. How dare you?
All right. Caro had an 8. Essie, what did you have?
An 8.
Essie had an 8 as well. What's your guys' dex scores?
My dex is 3.
Caro?
My dex is 1. I'm not a nimble mummy. I'm a strong mummy.
All right. Kilowatt, what'd you have?
14.
All these big numbers.
Dex is 3 if I tied with somebody else.
You did. You tied with Irene. Or no. Yeah.
Yeah, mine is 2.
All right. Kilowatt will go 1 ahead. All right. Where's my old woman? Where are you, old woman?
Oh no. Initiative for the old woman. Poor thing.
Also, Dwayne, Kilowatt was texting
Santos.
Santos in the background and basically said, "I think the contagion just exploded on an old lady. We're going with run." Is the last message in the thread. So I imagine that Santos and Emma could potentially roll initiative. I don't know what much we could do other than chat, but
I will allow them to roll it after 1 round. Oh, she rolled garbage. Oh, where's my thingies? All right, old lady only got a 4. Okay. Kilowatt. You are up first. Yeah. You actually can't see this lady.
yeah,
You don't know. You can hear it. You can
Yeah.
hear what's going on in the vault, but you cannot see anything.
Caro, are you all right? I'll yell and just be like not wanting to step into it, but like holding my gun at the ready if anything comes at us. I probably take a couple steps back.
You were because of your mage sight and just because of the essence of it, you were able to feel a large expenditure of energy as you did hear the something break. You heard something like explode and shatter, and a large amount of energy, whether it be electrical or some other type of magical energy. You did feel that expelled. It kind of blew out.
Mm-hmm. Did it have like a particular feeling with Prime Sense by chance? Like, was it evil,
Yes.
true, chaos? I don't know. What
This
is it?
this would be chaotic evil
All right.
at its core.
Oh yeah, that's the essence of Contagion.
Yeah.
I suggest we run. I'll back anyone up that's get ready to shoot.
All right. In that case, then we move on to Irene.
All right. I would like to use the persistent power, one of my alembics. It's the nuclear variant of Vulcanus. So, persistent, the Zeka is aware when someone approaches them with a weapon. And if that weapon is a firearm or explosive, they also know range, rate of fire, quantity of ammunition, and other stuff. So, like, does this old lady qualify as armed now?
Yes, she does qualify as armed. However, there are no mechanical parts, if
Okay.
that helps.
It does. Although, if she's not going to explode, there's not a lot I can do.
Actually, Tyler. Actually, no, Emma. Roll me a D100, and then
God.
tell me if it's above or below 50.
Below.
She is wearing a pacemaker.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh my god.
Fuck, I don't have that alembic. I can stop an explosion, but I don't have the one that lets me blow things up. I feel really bad about this, but I think I'm just gonna shoot her.
Sorry. Bang.
Be aware that at the root of this Her death was caused by fate. There was nothing we could do. Fate brought her here.
Absolutely
If that's
sure.
what you tell yourself to make you feel better,
Yes,
sure.
Yeah.
Continue to tell yourself that.
Oh no, she can't be my friend now. Oh,
Essie, again, you have no idea what's going on either. You hear
I hear nothing.
you hear it all. You hear everything
yeah,
that's
see-
going. You just can't see it.
I mean, you're about to hear a gunshot. So should I roll firearms plus dexterity?
Firearm. It's in Dex, yeah.
Okay. No successes. I didn't roll a 1 at least.
Twice now with the gun.
My dice are trying to kill me. It's fine.
Guys are just not good with guns. Yeah, so you fire, and just, I don't know, maybe it was heat of the moment. Your shot goes wide.
I feel like it's secretly that like Irene doesn't actually want to kill this woman, even though she's obviously become a monster. And so she does that sort of like subconscious thing where like that new soldiers do, where they just aim above the person.
Now the shot does ricochet off the back wall and come back, and it does hit the woman, but she just it's like she doesn't even realize it. It's just like whatever.
Irene will say, "Help!" And that's my turn.
All right, Essie, you just heard
Oh.
Irene yell help after a loud bang goes off. The bang of, what's clearly a firearm.
Yeah, Essie is going to go in there because that's her friend yelling for help, and that's what friends do. Beep boop boop. Yeah, so I would Essie wants to go in there just to get through, I guess, whatever this dark veil is. Maybe? Question mark?
So you're gonna step out of Kilowatt's, pretty much his silent shield,
Yeah. Sorry about your
And-
paradox, fam.
pierce through the veil again. Yeah. Does that paradox happen every time somebody leaves?
There's no
I
real
was just
hard rule
assuming-
for that.
Yeah, I was just assuming that it was, it felt like there should because there was potentially a witness there. Though now she's a contagion monster or
Yeah,
whatever this is. So, I mean,
Reality's fucked at this point,
Yeah.
anyways. So
I don't think reality cares about my shield at this point.
all right, so
I don't know how much I care about it anymore.
yeah, Essie just pops back into existence, and as you step out of Kilowatt's shield bubble and through the dark veil that stands in front of you, everything just immediately becomes clear, as if you were pushing through some spongy, like a spongy wall. It takes like a couple of seconds as your body fully steps through it, but then you see the vault clear as day.
Mhm.
And
If I look back, what would I see just on the other side, like an event horizon, like that same sort of thing?
same sort of thing.
Gross.
And the sight that you see is this black ooze splattered all over the place in this clean room, and what used to be this nice old lady.
If your heat vision is still on, I am extremely warm.
You're so shiny. Yeah, so I think I definitely want to I don't definitely know what I want to do, but whatever distance I want to put as much distance between Irene and the not old lady anymore as possible. Whether that's shoving the old lady or if that's just like grabbing Spicy Irene and pulling her away from the old lady.
Spicy Irene. I love it.
I mean, there is distance between distance already between Irene and not old woman.
Okay. I think Essie's going to just tug on Spicy Irene back towards the weird black goo ball.
Now, how do you react? Now, having already walked through it once, how do you react when you walk through it again? Like, how does it look to Irene? Like, do you just kind of go, ah, as you like try to push through it, and Irene's like, I don't understand what the hell you're doing, and just walks through like a normal person?
Yeah. Quick, be careful with the goo. Or be careful with the wall. Just squishing through. Not really. I think she's not really too much worried. She's just like, we need to run is her whole thing.
Yeah, and it doesn't have a feel, but it's definitely a membrane. And as your vision stops for a good, half a millisecond as you're moving through, it's just all black. And then as you pop back on the other side, you see nothing because Kilowatt's still in his bubble.
As you pull Irene, she's like, no, Caro syrup.
Man.
Caro's
so
a
you've
woman,
heard
not
of
a
my
syrup.
products.
Yes, we need to get that friend too. Grab her. Just like kind of like a chain. As he's trying to make a daisy chain of friends to pull them out of this vault.
Can I? Well, I suppose I'll do that my next turn.
All right, and Caro, you have this old lady grabbing at you, trying to like gnaw at your face and at your arms.
This is what happens.
Every time a mummy move happens, this is just...
Right. So I will be spending a pillar point to increase my strength by 4.
Okay.
I will now attempt to grapple the old woman.
Okay. Let me see what she's got here. Ooh.
I am rolling without willpower 14 dice.
Okay. Take 4 of those away.
I am rolling 10 dice. I am spending a pillar point to activate the utterance. Blessed is the God King, to give myself a rote.
Oh.
We also got a boost from Saftig Tenzerin to everybody.
Dang it, Saftig, stop giving people boosts.
I got 5 successes.
That is a critical success.
All right.
You grapple this.
I grapple her. I believe on an exceptional, I get to choose 2 of the things under the grapple maneuvers
Yes.
table. And I'm just gonna grab that. Dot. Diddle bop bow. This old woman's gonna die again.
Again, I like that.
Grapple options. Okay, so because I have the second rank of brute force, I will be doing the nice, wonderful crush and bite, inflicting lethal damage. So 5 lethal dealt outwards as I grab onto her shoulders and just squeeze, swing her around to like hit a wall as a just normal damage maneuver.
Please keep using scat in your descriptions too.
Take skid-a-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-bow, 5 bashing and 5
Love it.
lethal. And if she could still bleed, another lethal at like the end of her turn.
The backup singer's going beep boop for Messy.
So, so when you do this, and you go to crunch, you can tell that if this was a normal old lady, you probably would have just killed her outright in the initial crush, and even more so once you flung it against the wall. However, it seems that whatever has infected her has made almost like a carapace in different areas. So it definitely takes a lot of damage that you have dealt out. And as you crush it one way and toss it against the back wall, you see that bone comes out in different places as the body is just totally mangled, and it falls slumped to the ground. And you think that it's over, but in that next second, you see fingers start to like crack in strange ways. Again, almost zombie-esque. The arm that had totally been mangled and fell off begins to start moving on its own. Again, with more, as the wound from where it fell off of the body, it closes up that wound with more spikes. And the body starts to get up as the hand starts to skitter across the ground. That was definitely a big thing. But now it's her turn. Old woman, go. Oh. And now because you broke her body, I get to add another bad guy. Yay. Go bad guy hand. So it takes her a moment as her body continues to crack. She doesn't have the weapons that she had one moment ago, however, because Kara was right there and did all of this damage. She is also going to damage Kara with a couple of nice swipes. Her hands still seeming humanish, but these spikes dig through. And
Got a defensive 3, just so you know.
defensive 3, eh?
Yeah. If it still applies here.
Oh, yeah. Defense will always apply. Ah, yes. This is when Dwayne starts to suck again, when he has to attack his players. So, as she swipes across your chest, the needles get stuck in your, in your hardened body, but it does no damage to you. But you do wince, strangely, as these needles, do get stuck in. The hand starts to scurry across the ground and starts to head towards the exit to the vault, past Caro, towards Irene, who is the last one in the room. And in an almost alien-esque scenario, it jumps hand wide and goes for your head, as you can see the spikes that are just like sticking out of the palm.
So is this like a detached hand?
It is a detached hand.
Is there any reaction time? Anything like that?
Yes, there's enough time to go, oh shit! But because it is only a body piece, you're working on lower. What is your defense?
My
Irene?
defense is. Scroll down too far. Defensive 4.
You are actually going to take 1 lethal. As a bunch of you kind of catch it almost in time, as it's kind of like right in front of your face. But as you're looking at it, you see one of those needles extend out just in time to like just nick you, and it kind of like sticks inside your face, like right on the cheekbone. And as you kind of throw the hand down, it breaks off. So you just have this like weird black needles poking you in the cheek.
Yeah, you will all hear Irene sort of yelp.
Now, at this time, Santos gets a text. Or I'm sure Santos was already getting texts.
Video chat started like a turn ago.
He's like just FaceTiming everything that's happening in the vault.
Like, I have no idea what's going on. So what does Santos do? And what does Emma do? Have you relayed any of this information off to Emma Rose?
She's like nose deep in some applications right now.
I'm a space mage. So I had her pre-rolled this. I used the cell phone connection as a sympathetic connection to the location, and I unleashed some of my pent-up paradoxes and abyssal tilt on the environment, but only where the villains are. The abyssal tilt is called
Bad Day.
It's a little worse than that.
Oh God.
All creatures in the affected area have bad day.
Take 12 aggravated damage over the course of 12 hours.
Not that powerful yet. Give me a few sessions.
While we're doing this,
It's
what's
called-
the size of this thing now?
Sorry.
Is it still size 5 or?
Yeah, it's still size 5.
Okay.
Actually, probably, I mean, this lady was very small. She was probably on the size 4. But with all the mass and needles that are coming out of, she's probably still size 5.
So, it's called inconsequentiality. Events no longer happen for a reason, consequences don't follow from one to another, and one result is exactly as probable as any other. All actions performed by the villains within the area are rolled with a chance die only. Nothing can mitigate it except the contagion. Rolls to check for paradox or other quantitative rolls for like side effects on people always automatically fail. Like in favor of the paradox or side effect.
Oh, okay.
Rerolls, dice tricks, and other dice manipulation effects fail. Predictability also fails for the future. Dramatically.
Well, based on my rolls, I'm pretty much just gonna fail.
So, yeah, I dropped that through the phone. Which also forces my long-term Nimbus on all the players.
And what does that do?
What was my long-term? Hold on. Sight dims and inhibitions are heightened, and paranoia becomes unbearable.
I'm sorry, did you say, is that for the bad guys, right?
No,
That's for you guys.
The bad guys
No.
get the chance die only.
Okay, I have a question then. My torment is paranoia.
Amazing.
Oh boy.
This is fantastic.
This escalated quickly.
See, this is why Dwayne likes playing with Tyler sometimes, because Dwayne doesn't have to think of bad things. Tyler does cool stuff, which makes everyone else feel bad.
Go Gadget PDF
Accurate.
to see what the heck happens now.
Yes, while Mare
So
looks
that's what
that up. Did Santos let Emma know anything that's going on, or are you just going to leave Emma to rummage through more
I've got it,
applications?
like, I've probably cast it to the TV over the bar by now. I'm like, hey Emma, that's happening. And then I actually release the paradox into it, which is visible. Like, everything inverts, there's waves of nausea, and darkness leaks out of me and into the screen. Emma is very aware.
Oh.
So like a weird shadow man that just emanates from your body and then jumps into the TV.
Yeah, let's do that. Only it's got way too many arms somehow.
Yeah.
Whenever you count them, there's still 4, but when you're not focusing on it, there's just so many arms.
Exactly. Nailed it.
Great. Fantastic.
Oh, so does that mean I got married at the beat? You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm getting help over in the Discord and like with the Control F button to figure out what happens.
I still had kind of reserved my action.
Yes.
Paranoia is heightened. My vice is hastiness. And like I'm getting really tired of waiting for all these people to get out of this fucking creepy ass room. So I'm gonna run in there just head first and shoot the first bad thing I see with my lightning cannon.
All right, yeah. So you run in. You get that same feeling as if you're. It's not a feeling, but you walk through this membrane, and for milliseconds you have no sight whatsoever. It is just blackness. And as soon as you walk through it, just like Essie, you see the entire vault. You see that Irene has just thrown down this hand that, again, when it hits the ground, you hear crunches. Again, the bones and the fingers start to twist, and it hops back up. And that being the closest thing, so you come in and you're just like, parasites, fucking destroy.
Yeah, I still think I'd go after the main body.
Okay.
Just because it's a bigger target.
All right.
I got 3 successes on the roll, but what does it mean when I roll a 1 on a paradox chance die? Because that doesn't sound good.
Actually.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's on a chance. Wait. Paradox doesn't count as chance die, does it?
But it told
yeah,
me
it
that,
does specifically say chance die.
Yeah.
So it's actually really good for you because a critical failure on a paradox roll purges all of your paradox immediately with no side effects.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So if you had any accrued somehow, that's something else.
I don't
too,
think I
but
did.
can't.
But
Something else too, but I can't remember what. I'll look it up for you.
Doesn't
Cool.
it
I'll tell you when I find it.
It purges it into the surrounding area.
No, that's if you fail. Something good happens if you crit. Like if you get the paradox and refuse to contain it, it's released, which is what I just did. If you crit fail on the paradox roll, he's not crit failing. The paradox is, and there's a positive effect.
The paradox is crit failing. Haha.
But you can keep going. I'll look it up and then interrupt you when I find it.
So that's a potency 5 lightning bolt coming from my dedicated magical tool lightning cannon thing.
Roll
which
that
yeah, I think it just does lethal damage, and they get the shocked, whatever the effects of electricity damage.
I have a
that they would
reaction
affect.
I can use since we're connected, and I have unleashed my paradox into the room. As a reaction, I can unleash a second point of paradox, and all the damage he does or any spellcaster does is upgraded to activated.
Oh shit!
Even
Which
better.
means, unless your supervillains can resist aggravated damage, they don't get any defense or armor.
And yeah, so electricity. Would you consider this minor, major, severe, or fatal?
To this thing is going to be severe.
So that's basically equivalent to a junction box worth of electricity flowing through them.
And it's all going to be aggravated.
Yeah. Roll strength as a reflexive action in each turn of contact, which would only be 1. So,
Yep.
If you're holding on to a wire
Yeah.
or something, but this is a blast of electricity, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now I grappled her. Would I be affected by this?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. I can spend a willpower reflexively, right? Yeah, off
Yes.
of my turn? Cool, okay. So, as the electricity flies forward, I activate Divine Flesh. I turn to gold. All of my flesh is gold. The electricity just washes off of Kara.
Not conductive. I like it. Yeah. What's the damage of a lightning bolt?
So that's what
I mean-
equivalency means. Junction box would actually tell you. I think that's 3 or 4.
Well, no, I mean,
Junction box equivalence.
Or wait, are you just doing your potency?
I think it's just potency 5.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
just
5
potency.
damage.
5
aggravated? So, yeah, that's enough. So it hits this old lady. Initially, you see it just kind of spread over the body, and it's as if it didn't even do anything. But then you start to hear the sizzles as this body starts to melt from within, goes into convulsions. And as you start to smell the bones harden and turn to ash, her entire body just falls to the ground in a huge heap of, smoking, cinderous, spiky goop.
Yeah, and all electrical devices around are probably just a little bit less charged.
So were you trying to contain the paradox or release it if you failed?
I probably would have released it if I failed.
On a critical dramatic failure, you do not invoke a paradox, you regain a point of willpower, and the next paradox roll you make in the same scene, no cumulative penalty. You don't have to check already rolled
Oh, okay,
paradox.
so I don't... Awesome.
Nice.
It's on page 116 for our future reference.
Cool. Thank you.
To put that in the files. All right. So technically, Kilowatt, it is technically still your turn.
Oh, yeah, because now it's the top of the order again.
Yeah.
That aggravated thing, by the way, will persist for the turn, so if you shoot the other one.
Yeah, you said there was also a hand over by itself that was moving separately?
Yeah, it's kind of like a foot away from you on the ground.
I'll give it another discharge of whatever's left in my... And I'm really gonna need to, drink a bunch of mana later. 2 successes on the casting roll, and no success on the paradox roll. So on the chance die, I believe that means no paradox, right?
Correct.
All right.
So just like the old lady, this thing had even less mass than she did, and it goes down almost immediately. Fingers flying off. Kind of implodes on itself, or explodes on itself, as fingers go flying across the room. The rest of it lying in a weird smoking heap on the ground. Now that all the action is over,
Can I yell at it to ride the lightning and jokingly complete a short-term aspiration with it?
that would be, yes, you would be, yeah.
All right, cool.
Can I be a little minorly retroactive and spend a point of Pyros to ignore the damage that the hand did to me?
Yes.
Thank you.
So, you still have bits of black goop that have been kind of sizzling on the cleaning room. Is that actually playing music, or is it just really, really quiet? It's really, really quiet.
Which one did you pick? You're good now. I can hear it.
I'll go with that. It doesn't seem like initially when these little globules seem to be going for more mass, they've kind of stopped now. Every now and again you see the old woman's body twitch in some strange, some odd part, like maybe a toe.
Every time the woman twitches, Karo kicks it with the force of, like murderous force, like letting out anger on this old woman's body. Just every time.
I think it's dead, Carl.
It's not
Wait, it's still
dead.
twitching. Kick it again! Kick it again!
Should we leave? I think we should leave.
We should leave and close the door.
Caro would look at the rest of the things in the vault. Would any of them look like relics? Or anything of importance?
Are you looking for a specific relic?
Nothing in particular now. Just
I mean, they all are antiquities, paintings, again, different weaponries, different statuettes from different civilizations.
take maybe one of the weapons, like the biggest sword in the room, and then just nod. This was disappointing.
I will give you the description of that sword in a moment. The jar, however, that exploded, the pieces are still kind of laying all over the place, and with the force that this thing exploded, you actually see that some of them, even though it was just a ceramic jar, are stuck into the glass of this, the plexiglass of this cleaning room.
Was this yours? I'm looking at Caro.
Based on the inscriptions that might be on the side, would I be able to tell if it's mine? Like, probably put bowls on the side if it was.
Yeah, make me a give me
Intelligence, composure to remember things.
Yeah, we'll go with that for now. Actually, yeah, intelligence and composure, yeah.
2 successes.
You are pretty sure it's yours. It does have some, it looks like, just from looking at it, you remember some of what is written on the side, and you remember that is at one time was yours. However, it looks like more has been written on it, as if someone has defaced it. You can't tell how long it's been there. The writing looks, to the normal eye, the writing would look the same, and no one would think anything different. The language you don't recognize.
Would it happen to be Arabic?
No.
Okay. Because I have that on my sheet. Okay, I have no idea what this says.
However, it is close enough to Arabic that it matches all of the other words.
So, seeing that this jar has been defaced, Caro just kicks the body again for no reason.
Okay.
Just getting the anger out. Turns to the others. Do you know what this says? What is this?
I'm having a kicking myself moment really bad right now. There was a cool distillation where there's a thing where it can help with that, but I don't have that.
Does anybody have
thing.
Does anybody have cryptography?
Anyone with some sort of prime spell to read things?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that. I mean, is that Prime 2, I think, can probably do that. I'm not sure though. Veiling?
I can teach myself languages with mine if you can't.
Or unveiling even, just with Prime 1. Supernal Vision might be able to... No.
I mean, I have a specialty in antiquities.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'll hold the camera up. Any of you recognize this language?
Neither of you recognize it. Although for Santos it is more similar. Like you think you might know it, but it'd probably be better to look at it up close. But just looking at it, just looking at it, you can't decipher it. Emma's not able to either.
I'll never get to use like my 10 dice of intelligence and academics.
Oh yeah, you will.
I have. Hold on, wait. I think I've got. Oh, yeah, I have none of that. I swear there was something I had.
Well,
Active mage sight on the inside of this bubble. Am I seeing any other traces of whatever? Either
the bubble that was there before, while still is there, because there are. You don't know it as a contagion. Well, you might know it as a contagion. It is a little active, so it is as if this bubble is slightly transparent, so you can see through. It's just hazy on the other side.
I can see out. I don't think anyone heard what's going on down here.
No.
We should make sure there's no trace of this left for anyone to discover. I try to clean it up.
The question is, does Kilowatt know how to clean the contagion?
No. But
Fire.
I'm going to ask.
Please, no fire.
I can do fire. It's not my favorite, but I can do fire.
It is fire.
I can
The
make
Prometheans
people
would
forget
like-
that room exists.
The Prometheans would probably like to exit stage Promethean.
What'd you say, Tyler?
I can make everyone who tries to go in that room forget it exists.
Or we could just burn it with fire.
Like fire.
Is fire effective? Is that what people are telling me?
It seems like a theme that everything can be killed with fire, so we might as well try to kill it with fire.
What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
I say from the safety of the bar.
Right?
Eventually, I will get nuclear fire.
Look at Emma. Gonna burn down the Chicago Museum of Natural History. I slide you a shot of
Well,
whiskey. This should be fun to
Collect
watch.
everything you think would be worth saving. I'm going to take my time with this one to make sure it's done right.
Pyro then proceeds to walk up to everything and just grab it. Everything in this room. Everything's worth saving.
I have a box.
Bring it.
It's a big box.
Brings a box.
All right, I am spending a willpower. Forces is my ruling arcana. I love these things. They're so nice.
Was there chatter on the video about the dog?
Oh my god.
Is there chatter about the dog?
I don't think he texted me till after that part. I don't think we ever heard anything about a slobber chop, sadly.
I will find out about this dog, and it will be our mascot at the bar. Okay?
It can go in. Then
Dog.
we can teach it to talk like
You
the
already-
other dog.
You already have a dog.
The dog needs a friend.
Okay, fair.
All right, Kilowatt, what do you got for us?
I mean, with Forces 3 and Prime 2, can I create a fire? Or enough to... I'm trying to figure this out because I think it might be Forces 4 in the system. But I'm not sure.
You don't have to... Creation, you don't have to do mixed spheres in Awakening. Essentially, you can recreate almost any effect with any sphere. So you can create fire at 3.
Okay.
But it's not going to be massive. You'll have to do, hit something flammable and then spread it yourself.
Yeah.
Or do 2 spells, one to start the fire and one to enlarge it.
She probably has clothes. Clothes burn.
I was saying, do we have anything? Find everything flammable and put it in a pile right here. And I start like surrounding that pile with a ritual circle.
Just put all the trash in there.
Take my time and do
there's that security log. That would make good kindling.
Sure. They won't even know what they're missing. That is not true anymore.
I really like that dinosaur.
Next. Next. Additional mana spent. Let's spend an additional mana. You really need to refill my mana. I'm casting a lot today. Uh-oh. Paradox got a success that time. I don't know what that means. That happened.
You have to choose to absorb or release.
What are the... Can you give me the quick explanation of the effects of either choice?
Release is bad for the environment. Absorb is bad for you. Releasing it into the environment will cause tilt in the environment. Releasing it on yourself will cause damage.
I'll release it on myself then.
How many points of paradox was it?
1.
Okay. That's 1 resistant bashing damage.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, no. You have to roll wisdom, and if you get at least 1 success, then it becomes resistant bashing damage. If you fail the wisdom roll, then it actually breaks your
I lose
spell.
a wisdom.
Well, no, it breaks your spell.
Oh, okay. Wisdom. I got a success.
Then yeah, you take 1 bashing.
Good bashing.
And that's it.
Okay. Cool. I did that as a potency 5 touch or aimed. I'm just gonna blast off a fireball right at the pile of garbage we made at the center of the room after about 30 minutes of prep probably.
All right.
Just to make my yantras all good.
Grab all the jars of formaldehyde and everything flammable.
Nothing precious.
Yes, nothing precious. Everything that's precious has been put in the wooden crate.
Nothing precious, Carol. Oh, look over there. Smash. Nothing at all.
And this inferno goes off that envelops the entire vault. Because this is a cleaning room, there's actually no fire suppression for fear of damaging the items. Because really, why would a vault catch on fire?
Or destroying the museum.
I'm assuming that you all make your way out of the vault.
Maybe.
Did we maybe close the vault door as we left, or
That's what I'm checking.
Close the vault door.
just close the vault door so everything kind of burns in there until eventually it runs out of oxygen?
All
I
right.
am.
Or it burns a hole in the ceiling and the whole place goes up.
Whichever
And we-
comes first.
We must
This is
move
why I
quickly.
don't like fire. Electricity is much easier to control.
With this inferno raging in the vault area, you do hear screams, almost unearthly screams, as if something is dying inside. But nothing was alive. At least you're pretty sure that there wasn't.
To clarify with the ST, I am bringing my box.
I will help my friend carry their box.
That I guess is now full of museum artifacts.
Do we want to go out that transport
Yes.
deck?
This is a good plan.
So you guys load up all your boxes full of.
Caro would let them load up their boxes while Caro goes and gets her box from the upper parts of the museum. That good old sarcophagus.
Were the people
Go
still
all
there?
the way back.
All the way
Wait.
back up there.
Poor Essie.
Alone.
Essie would try to stop her friend and say, "Isn't that like your box there?" Pointing at one of the extra sarcophagi that's
No.
down here with us.
I need my sarcophagus.
Can we make you a
No.
box?
No.
Thank
And
you.
Caro would yank Essie off.
Essie's
Wait,
still
but
So
Essie's
mean.
still
see
like
you.
Mm.
Essie is still following the equivalent of tugging on a shirt sleeve. No. We can make you a box. It will be a very nice box.
I
Well,
do not want a new box.
whether or not Carol will go and get his bed back, or her bed back, we'll have to find out next week, because it's already 8 o'clock. Oh my god, time flies when you're having fun. At least I'm having fun.
That's crazy.
I hope everybody else is having fun.
I've been hiring dancers.
I know, I'm sorry.
And
I've been
And
watching you
some
turn
servers?
pages going, wow.
But yes, that is all of the contagion that we can handle today. But don't worry, because we will return next Friday and pierce the veil of obscurity and discover the truth behind what is going on. But if you guys are looking for more terrifying tales, be sure to check out Ravenloft right after this in about an hour. Make sure you guys check out Simbaroon, Heirs to Darkness on the Free League channel early Saturdays. And be sure to check out brand new Saturday evening Werewolf the Apocalypse, Rite of Passage. Make sure you guys are checking out. Wait, that's old. Is Unknown Armies still going on?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So you got Unknown Armies early Sunday, Vampire the Masquerade, Starlight and Smoke run by Rachel late Sundays, and of course Alien, Acid and Ice on Thursdays. And I missed the new one, which is, how do you pronounce it correctly, Tyler?
They came from beyond the grave.
Oh yeah, I mean the other one,
That's the only one that matters.
Basin.
The second part of the Vass and Holcor story will, yes,
Yes.
also be on Thursday at 1
Yes.
Eastern.
Eastern, yes. And then for our awesome adventures, of course, you always have the final episode of the Exalted Essence Kickstart on the Onyx Path on Tuesday, Fallout 2D20 on Wednesdays. But as always, check out our calendar for any other terrifying tales and awesome adventures that may pop their ugly heads up. Check out our website, warptales.com, to see the calendar, social media links, recaps, and links to all of our other partners and affiliates. Check them out, purchase awesome stuff, and support us, all the same process. As always, players, let the audience know the next time they can catch you in the cool things you do outside the show.
Hello, my name is Rachel. Stolen Fires, pretty much everywhere. You can catch me outside the show in about 45 minutes playing Ravenloft. And then, yeah, as Dwayne said, I will be back here Sunday night running Starlight and Smoke, a Vampire the Masquerade Sabbat Chronicle. And then I will also be back here on Tuesday for Insurgents. And then on my Stolen Fires Twitch channel, I'm streaming Mass Effect, mostly when I feel like it, usually in the evenings. That's it.
I am Tyler, Eldritch Echoes Online. I'm here almost every day. But next you can catch me running Ravenloft. Killed Rachel last week. Let's see who I can kill this week.
It was fun. I totally deserved it.
Hi, my name is Mare. You can find me at Oh Hello Mare here on Twitch and Twitter. And the next time that you can catch me online is tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. if I sleep in, but probably 9 a.m. And I will be rocking around on my Minecraft realm with a couple of friends. Probably the same thing Sunday morning at 9 a.m. But the next time you will catch me here on Vorpal Tales will be on Tuesday in our Mage 2E Awakening game. I'm really enjoying that.
Hello, I have been the mummy, Karo. I'm also Kisama. You can find me on Twitter at TrueKisama, and you can find me tomorrow in Simbaroom, on Sunday in Unknown Armies, and behind a Denny's near you.
Nice. All right. I'm Corey, aka Narf. I was playing Kilowatt, and you can find me next here in Unknown Armies on Sunday, or I'll keep it short since we're already over time.
And hi, I'm Savannah. You can find me at Miss Emo Fox here on Twitch and Twitter. You can find me on my own. You can find me tomorrow, Vorpal Tales, playing Simbaroom. And you can find me on my own Twitch Sunday evening, and any other night playing Tomb Raider, the 2013 release.
Awesome. And like Tyler always says, now for the ride or die fans, vote time.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Caro for driving the whole story. It was cool.
Look at that lady.
Poor lady.
I think I'll give it to Nar for trying to ensure the poor people at the bar got to do something.
I was hoping Santos would make some weird portal and just step in and be like, we're here.
Can't do that yet.
I was gonna say I don't think we're that cool yet. Keyword yet.
I'm going to give mine. I've got to give mine to Emma Rose for not only assisting Anki and getting the beginning parts of this thing put together, but like going above and beyond, because I'm like dancers, serving staff, we're getting there, and the soul of really focusing on saving this dog.
Yeah, we're gonna have like full backstories for all of these employees.
We're gonna have spin-offs.
Yeah, season 3.
Season 3, where it's just the people at the bar.
Just the people at the bar.
It's an Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but not my vote tonight goes to Irene for the box that
Oh, thank you.
probably released a great evil into the world
Yep.
when it was opened, but still adorable. Irene in a box.
It's her box now.
Yep.
It's a good box.
I think I'm gonna toss mine over to Anki for somehow managing, even though we're not that powerful yet, to quite dramatically affect the outcome across space. It was very cool. Extra boom is always good.
Thank you.
Definitely. I'm gonna give my vote to Anki for hanging out with me in the bar, keeping me company.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you two. We'll get you lots of FaceTime in the next episode.
No worries.
It'll be all about you guys.
Are you sure you want to do that? Maybe
Yeah,
just
I
all
don't-
about
While at the bar.
Don't-
Yeah, it'll be a full bar experience. No, you can't do that much damage. Awesome being awesome to each other. So remember that cast votes will give you 2 beats and or one of your splat beats. We will go over aspirations because we're short on time. We'll go over aspirations next week. But if you did finish any of your aspirations, make sure that you mark those down as receiving that beat.
Did I reclaim my canopic jar? I just need to know.
You don't know yet.
Oh. Ooh. Find out next time.
I can't hear you, Corey.
I said maybe you made progress. You never know.
Anybody else? All right. Well, with that, audience, we hope that you stick around here in about 45 minutes to watch us play some Ravenloft. But other than that, we hope you all have a great evening, and we bid you all adieu until we see you again. Good night.